Hey everybody, what's up? It's Joel, aka The Daily Guru, and it's time for another edition of Something Old, Something New. Today for Something Old, we're going to an all-time classic, one that I absolutely love. It's 1979 and the self-titled album from The Specials. Somewhere between reggae and new wave and punk, you get ska, and few bands have done it better than The Specials. More to the point, few records from any genre so perfectly capture a live band sound than you find here, and I have to think that a lot of that has to do with the album's producer, Elvis Costello. All across the record, you get the ideal balance between the gritty, bouncy side of the band, and yet there's enough studio polish to allow this record to appeal to a much wider audience than you might expect. The record emanates positive energy from every single angle. From the coarse ska-style guitar riff to the constant bounce of the drums, it's just perfect. However, it's really when the band starts to venture away from that formal ska style and setup that their music really separates itself from their peers. And whether it's the solos, the way that they use their horns, the fact is, this is just one of the best albums ever made. It's also the raw and straightforward vocals that make this record outright addictive. And there's a strong message in each song showing the connection between the punk and ska sounds. Whether they're rallying against racism or remembering a bad night out, the lyrics and vocals all across this record are outright perfect. And if you listen really closely, you'll hear backing vocals by none other than Chrissie Hynde. You'll also find some absolutely classic songs on this album, whether it's Nightclub, Doesn't Make It All Right, or the absolutely iconic A Message to You, Rudy. Simply put, The Specials are the pinnacle of their wave of the ska movement, and you absolutely have to have this record in very regular rotation. So if you don't, get on that right now. Thank me later. Today for something new, we're going to check out the brand new double album from Baroness, and it's called Yellow and Green. Since the first mutterings of this new record were made, there's been a lot of debate about the music therein. And after listening to the album more than a dozen times over the past week or two, I completely understand why so many people are struggling to come to a consensus about this record. Baroness have already staked their claim as one of the most engaging and intriguing bands in the world of metal, but Yellow and Green presents a rather drastic shift in their overall sound. And there's just no other way of saying this. The songs have become pop in their form. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with having more clear sonic structures throughout their songs, but to be honest, Yellow and Green just lacks that drive, that attitude that made their previous recordings so superb. The songs are just poppy, and for lack of a better term, they're just weak in comparison to the previous offerings from this band. The music is very well adjusted and easy to digest, and dare I say, very radio friendly. Almost too radio friendly, and I have nothing against radio type songs, but Baroness are just a better band than that. And I really don't want to make this sort of comparison, but the truth is the truth. There are a number of songs throughout the album that are a bit too close to the sound of Nickelback for my taste. I can't believe I have to draw such a comparison, but the facts are the facts. When they do get down to their more purposefully mellow songs, they're as good as ever, but the album just doesn't provide enough intensity to balance that sound out. At the end of the day, don't be fooled. Yellow and Green is not a metal album in any sense of the word. It's a hard rock record, and only a decent one at that. For those who enjoyed the Red and Blue and other earlier records from Baroness, this one is likely to be a massively frustrating disappointment. And on the buy it or borrow it, I can't believe I'm gonna say it, but this one is a bin it. Just go get the Red album or the Blue album and spin it again and hope this is just a one-off mistake. So that's what I got for you guys today. I hope you dug it. If you did, go ahead and click subscribe, leave a comment, or click like, whatever you want to do. Remember that if you leave a comment here or you share this video via my Facebook page, you're automatically entered into a contest to win at least 4 of the albums I recommend at the end of the month. If you want to email me, you can do that at thedailyguru@gmail.com, and check out my website where every single day I talk about the greatest music of all time at thedailyguru.net. You can follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Tumblr right here, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow.